Well, that's a good sign it's still standing this morning. I'm just joking. Don put up some temporary supports. It wasn't going nowhere unless we had dangerous level winds out here, and that wasn't called for, so.
Right, I agree.
Maybe we'll get lucky and it won't rain all day today.
We will get lucky and it will rain all day today. Depends on which way you want your luck to go.
I'm hoping for the no rain.
Yeah, I want to finish this too hard.
No packages? No Lego parts? No new technology?
No new technology.
Huh. Well, you guys eat all the grass you want, but don't eat any of my good plants out there this morning, okay? Alright? You guys can probably only see 2. I see 3. Hi! Good morning! Technically afternoon. Have a good day. I'm at the environmental park doing my daily Pokemon Go thing. We are getting ready to go out and start working on the building. I guess I'm hopeful we'll be able to see what the roof is going to look like today. I don't know that we're going to finish the roof on both buildings and get all of those screws in and finesse the one far door the way we want it, but I hope we can see at least what one of the roofs is going to look like by the end of the day today. I don't think we're supposed to have any rain, although yesterday actually it cooled off a lot when it rained, so it was pretty pleasant over there under the carport, but it's 86 and sunny today, so, and it probably feels like 90, so it's going to be a little bit hotter for us out there, I think. I don't know, today feels like a Saturday and it's really Friday. I keep on having to remind myself that it's only Friday. I'm sure some of you still have a modified schedule of some sort due to the virus and possibly are a little confused about what day of the week it is also, but we have to keep on reminding ourselves over here what day of the week it is. Let's see what else is going on. Just a lot of talk about what to do with the kids and going back to school. I told Don this morning that I feel like we haven't had a summer break because I know we get to sleep in, but every day there's conversation on the news and at the house and all that stuff about school. So it seems like school has really never left our, you know, immediate kind of on the surface things that we're thinking about and talking about and that kind of thing. So I would say right now, whatever they decide for Johnny and his school, we're just gonna follow along with it. We're not going to pull him out for homeschool or sign him up for a virtual academy or refuse to send him or do any of those other things. I think we're gonna try to go along with whatever the county has, which seems to be 1 week in, 2 weeks out is what they're talking about doing. Now, our legislature, our wonderful legislature, they passed a rule, had no input that I'm aware of from the school board or the governor, or I don't know where they got their input from, but somehow they managed to sneak a law by where the kids are supposed to be in school the entire first week no matter what. Now, while I see the value in meeting your teacher and discussing rules and talking about what you're going to doing and laying the foundation for a successful year in person, totally see the benefits of that, it'd be very hard to pull that off with the social distancing required. So I'm going to let them duke that out in the legislature, the governor. I'm just so tired of all of this conflict. I am a conflict avoider. I am a harmonizer. I don't like all of this conflict all the time, but they're definitely going to be duking that out. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a court case involved and no one can seem to get along or want to work on anything. I don't know. My main concern is we send the kids back And then school teachers, bus drivers, cafeteria staff, other support staff, they become sick, and 2 or 3 weeks after we start, then we close down. And so I guess I would hope we would really think about that. And if my concern is valid, I don't know that it's valid or not, but if it is, then let's just not go through all of that rigmarole in the first place. Let's just do virtual from the beginning. I don't know, it's so hard. You know, obviously, I'm hoping that my sons will graduate from high school, having done well, will head off to college, will get a successful job. You know, there'll be jobs out there. I got hopes for my kids and other kids, and whatever is the right thing that will be careful enough, but still allow them to have a promising future, I guess is what I'm hoping for. But it's so complicated right now, and I'm trying to listen to all the sides, trying to be well balanced here, not entrench in a particular place. I'm trying to be tolerant and reasonable and all those things I want all these other people to be too. And let's try to make the best informed decision that we can. But our time is running out because Johnny's supposed to go back to school August the 6th. And, you know, I think next Wednesday is the 15th. It's coming up. Halfway through July is coming up here really soon. So we need to, I know people have a need to know. I think our governor has said next week he will say what he can about it. I don't know. Like I said, that'll just end up in court and people disagreeing and civil disobedience and not doing what he asked. And oh, my head is spinning. My head is just spinning with all this stuff. 2 other Tesla related notes. Number 1, the parts for the MCU2 hardware 3 upgrade kit are not in yet. Don keeps on getting regular updates that they're still on order but haven't arrived. I'm probably going to ping the service center next week and ask if they have any inside information on how long it might be. Because I think it's been 3 weeks now since we ordered it. Seems like it's been 3 weeks if it hasn't been quite that long. And it would just be nice to know. I guess we didn't get our order in quick enough and all of the ones out there went to somebody else, or COVID has slowed it down, or I don't know. It's not urgent. Obviously, it's a want, not a need. But, you know, I would love to go get that done here. You know, it'd be my luck that I have to start taking Johnny to school and I actually need Ruby for daily driving, and that's when the parts will be here. That would just be, I would like to handle it. It would be my preference to handle it here before, in the next 2 weeks, while I'm not driving Ruby too much, for sure. I don't know how much I'm going to be driving in the school year, but if we do the 1 week in, 2 weeks out, I'll have some flexibility still. It won't be like I'm driving to the school every day, but I will be back on the road some, and my time will get a little bit more constrained at that point. We'll see. The other thing is we haven't heard anything on the Model Y. No emails, no updates on our Tesla account, no phone calls, nothing. We still just have a reservation number, so no VIN assigned to us. I think, you know, by the end of the weekend, we should be pretty far along with the shed, right? We have Friday, Saturday, Sunday to work on it. And Don's thinking next week, he's going to contact someone at Tesla Raleigh and just sort of ask them what their feel is on why we haven't heard anything. I mean, it's not like we expected to necessarily have the car already. I guess we're ready to move on to the VIN assigned stage. I understand the Model Ys out there now are in the 18,000 VIN range, 18XXX. And I think some of those are newer, coming off the line after the shutdown, which is what Don wanted a few to come off the line and then to get their stuff all in order and then make ours. So, anyway, you know, when you guys ask in the comments, I answer you, but we haven't heard a thing, and it seems strange that we haven't. And yes, we are also hearing other people getting deliveries, and even some white on white deliveries now, so we don't know. As long as when it comes, it's right is really what matters. We're not obviously in desperate need for it. We're not even driving that much right now, although we still want to get it. So you guys will be the first to know. I will probably put up a photo on Instagram when we get our VIN assigned. You know, we'll probably take a picture of the account and announce it over there, so y'all will know that night's video will have the inside scoop on what's going on with the VIN and what they told us as far as how long to expect and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'll do. When it happens, I'll put a picture up on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram but you're not following TeslaModelXJourney, you should consider doing that.
So I tell you, one of the things that we have found out about these metal buildings, they have this nice protective plastic film on it, and it's quite satisfying when you can just pull it and it comes slipping off like this is. Man,
This is one of the easier ones.
Yeah, there's the big ones like this seem to be easy.
Only they were all like that. Some of them painful,
but
painful.
Trust me, we've done some skinny ones that's taken 5 times longer. I'm seriously, this little piece right here, this little skinny piece took 15 minutes. So yeah, I don't recommend buying a little metal building. Not if you think you're gonna save time, because you can cut plywood and frame it up way quicker than you can peel the plastic off.
So Don was having a lot of trouble lining up the 2 holes where the 2 pieces of siding connect. The other ones where it's just 1 hole and 1 piece of siding, no problem. So he's been putting it all through the 2 holes and lining it up, trying not to let it slip, and then using the 90-degree to get in there and get the screw in. And you know, half the problem is it's down at the ground and there's dirt blocking his drill. But the awl has been making it tolerable. Not easy, but much more tolerable. Don's having an equipment malfunction. His battery's dead. I'm like, did you not charge it last night? I have to dig him a little bit because he's always digging me about my camera battery and my iPhone battery dying on me. However, I charge them all the time and they just still die. Had 3 more screws. He was down on the ground. He was in position, ready to put them in. Last 3 down at the ground. Battery died. We've got a delivery. Hey, is it for me or you? This was a new driver. Don helped him get turned around. I mean, that's a big truck.
What's a big truck? Sounds like Legos. My girl, she likes her Legos.
I'm expecting the great ball contraption. Oh, no, 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 no. I have to know. No, no. I thought she was cutting it open for me. No, we walked all the way over.
How come?
We walked all the way over here now. I need to know.
How come you keep me slaving away, and when I want to get back to work, it's like, no, we gotta stop and take a look.
As I was saying, I've got great ball contraption balls coming today. This is probably 100 balls.
No.
No?
Ooh.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna have to black this out. This can't go in the video. We'll just leave it there.
Yeah, you'll have to wait till the 29th?
The 30th.
30th.
Yeah. Okay. Almost Legos, not
Almost
quite.
Legos.
Well, let me just say, Donnie, that when you go down to get the mail out of the mailbox later, my ball should be in the mailbox.
Oh, she loves nuts and balls. You can't get too many of them. I guess I'm going to take a break.
All the side panels are on, and all the lower and middle nuts and bolts, screws and bolts are on. We're on step 3, which is put up the track for the door. Mr. Wilson.
Hey, neighbor.
Hey, I can see a little too much of your face.
Oh.
That's better. Yes.
Hey, neighbor.
Hey, neighbor.
Hey, neighbor.
Those of a certain age will remember. Yeah. Will remember, right? It'll get you. It earned you a kiss over
there. Right.
Uh-huh.
3/8.
That's the moment of truth, huh?
28 and 3/8.
Not counting the extra metal sticking out at the bottom.
Right. Well, we could probably slap the 2 doors on there.
Right.
Yeah, not counting the metal sticking out.
And that's because of the handle.
Right. Taking off that little piece, pushing it back. It's not going to solve the problem.
We did finish installing all of the inside top supports. And, you know, we're not putting the paneling here between what was the 2 buildings, but we do have the 2 supports there in the center. And Don sort of tested the doors to see again that they're just not quite as wide as we want, and he's starting to put the decorative front roof, fancy make the roof slope stuff on now while I get more washers ready to go.
She's the best getting washer person you could ever imagine.
So these birds are having a meltdown, and I don't know if I can show you the snake now or not. But these blue jays and stuff, they having an absolute meltdown. Tufted titmouse too. And the reason why they're upset is because there's a snake over here. But I wonder why they would be upset about the snake unless there's a nest. But it's getting late in the season for a nest. It's just a black snake. Well, I have no problem going over there and talking Mr. Blacksnake into going away from some bird nest or something, but I don't... He come down that tree, I clearly seen him. I don't know if it's a rat snake or a black racer, but that's the bird alarm for there's a snake in the area. You should be familiar with it. Did not take me long to spot it. What is it, guys? I'm willing to help. Where'd he go? I don't see him no more. He's on the back side of that tree over there. All right. Where'd he go? Well, why are y'all so upset about him? It's just a black snake over here in the woods. I don't even see him anymore. Wow, the Carolina wren. Where'd he go, guys? One would not think there'd be a bird's nest right here. I get it if they're trying to protect a bird's nest, one of their nests, or a fledgling or something. Otherwise, why would they care about the snake? Well, I don't see him anymore, but I'm sure he didn't go too far. He's just on the back side of that tree. Well, I'm sorry I missed showing you all the snake. It's slithered away somewhere now. I don't see it. I've come up here pretty close to the tree that I saw it coming down on, and I don't see it on the ground or nearby, so I don't know where it went. I just don't want it taking out no bird's nest. I wouldn't have hurt it. I just, you know, let it know I was here and try to get it to run away from me. They usually just leave the area. They don't want no trouble. I told Don we could quit for the night with no complaining for me if I could just see what one of the roof pieces is going to look like up there. He was happy to oblige. Because, you know, we're going to have to get out the step stool or a ladder or something to try to be able to put these on. And there is a decorative trim piece also. I don't know exactly where that goes, but there is. So
yes, a little decorative trim piece.
Yeah, we're going to need to overlap and fit the roof where the 2 buildings come together, and that's going to require some concentration. So I'm all about starting on that fresh tomorrow morning and not tired at the end of a hot day. What you want to say?
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to do.
Show it from up here too? Yeah. Okay. Well, it looks like the roof is underneath the carport roof just fine.
Right.
Which was the plan. That really was a plan.
And there is an edge, little edge piece that goes on the side.
Right, there's a trim piece. Yeah, we also need to affix that center angled piece to the front vented area, but we're gonna have to punch a hole there too. So again, something to do for Don to do when he's fresh tomorrow morning and not here when we've been out here for 4 hours in the 90+ heat. Although it's not bad over here. We had that fan running all day and we're in the shade. So are we sticky? Are there mosquitoes around? Yeah. Is it horrible? No, it's not horrible. So we put one of the center angled pieces on. We put it on the side closest to me. We did not put the corresponding piece to the other building on the other side because they're just a little too thick to do that. Anyway, it came together good today. Don was glad to be off the ground and not having to put in screws way down there at the bottom anymore. And pick back up tomorrow, weather and health willing.